That is so funny.
Smell that donkey's ass. Gonna take a pass. Pass that grass. Alright, welcome to another episode. We're doing Vanilla Ice to the Extreme. Hey everybody.
What?
Gonna have a new positive attitude. Hey.
We're gonna do...
Pretend there's an audience till you get one. Hey everybody, I'm Brett, the Crystal Palace Warren. I don't know, it's the first thing I saw on the wall. So. Or does that say Oriental?
No, it's Crystal Spring Vineyards or something.
Welcome Crystal Springs Vineyards.
Welcome to Talking Over Albums. How you doing? I'm in your ear.
Yeah.
I hate music.
I'm gonna sit in this chair this time.
So?
Speaking of stupid, we're gonna do Phish.
No.
Is there a chance I'm actually gonna like Phish if I listen to a whole album?
No.
Phish's Hoist. 1994.
The only Phish you're gonna like is... That's right. Long John Slivers. Oh, they closed down. We got nothing. There aren't enough fat people in this town to keep a Long John Silver's open? That's ridiculous.
That seems highly unlikely. Cleansing facial wipe, anyone?
No thanks. I need to get angry for this. Phish. Oh, God.
I feel like the music will make that
It
happen.
can't be too hard because it's Phish. You're making us listen to Phish.
Somebody
This is
make
like
me love
it's like
Phish.
Lucas is back. Oh, you're gonna really like this. You should listen to Phish.
I can hear you.
I'm gonna set some ground rules for myself, which is try to come at this from just, oh, what's this album? Try to push out everything I know about Phish, which is enough.
$4 for that. It better be awesome. Oh, by the way, I've opened the window in our bedroom. So guess who
what that is.
So guess who can go up there and watch the world?
I see rabbits.
Thank God you moved this curtain. It was really in my way.
Okay, so
Ziggy's commentary.
1994. I don't know how I came across this album. I think it was at a pawn shop.
Obviously.
Like I guess I.
Who keeps this?
So like I guess this was during. It would have been like I don't know. Like 01 or 02. Like when I was really into Dave Matthews Band and I had heard them kind of being in the same sphere of jam bands and crap. So I was like, oh, okay.
That seems logical to me.
Might have been like Midwest Exchange.
Hold for the siren.
We're gonna edit all this out.
No, it's friggin' Monday. There's no reason this should be happening right now. Or it's Wednesday. It's not Monday. For some reason, it always happens on Monday, all day long. I don't know what the hell happens on Monday that they gotta go running off to check everything. But I swear to God, I'd look it up somewhere and find out if it was a statistic if I cared enough.
Okay.
So anyway, Phish.
So Phish.
Tell me about Phish, because we both... I don't think I know anything about it.
All I know is what I've heard at the bar, and that in general, jam bands are not really my thing. Although, from what I've heard, I think Dave Matthews is more my style than Phish. And
They really don't sound.
I just really equate Phish and Grateful Dead. I'm sure there's a big difference between the two, but for my purposes, both.
And yet, the people that go and see Phish seem to be the same people who go and see the Grateful Dead. But they will argue with you ad nauseum about how different they are.
Right. Well, and I'm sure if you cared about that kind of music, they're very different. There are lots of people in the world who would say Tori Amos and Ani DeFranco are practically the same thing. And I would beg to differ.
And my brother was constantly trying to tell me what Phish songs I should listen to that I would like. And he was wrong every time.
If it's your cup of tea, different strokes and all that.
Yeah. No. So, tell it. You know anything about Phish?
You done?
I feel like you were about to tell us.
No.
We're sharing.
I just asked you a direct question. Jesus.
So I was going to set my ground rules because I was going to do this later on, but then I panicked and did it now. I hate Phish, so let's get this out of the way. Because there's a horse on the cover of this album. Pun intended. It's like beating a dead horse talking about Phish at this point, because whatever. Okay, so I happened upon this album by accident, and it was like, oh, this is okay, and then I kind of started listening to more, and then immediately it was like, no, it's like meandering, kind of goes nowhere. Yeah, there's the spectrum of super hippie bullshit, which is the Grateful Dead. Then there's structured pop songs that go off into venture kind of jamming freestyle territory, but always come from the basis of a song, which is Dave Matthews Band, and has like jazz influence and R&B influence and bluegrass
Pink Floyd.
And South African influence.
For some reason, the noodling of Pink Floyd's a little more acceptable to me.
That's space rock. It's not really hippie.
I'm sorry, I don't know the exact terminology.
To my mind, The Who would fall in that kind of category. They do a ton of jamming.
Phish never venture from the piano, guitar, bass, and drum sound ever. Every song sounds exactly, tonally and sonically the same. Every song starts off with Trey Anastasio writes like 30 seconds worth of an actual song, and then they fill in like 3 hours in between, and then kind of land the plane at the end, and it's all songs.
Hey! Stop it. Sorry.
So I think the general appeal of Phish is like a kind of dorky stoner noodling thing where you can kind of drift off into fantasy land. So I will say I will end my bitching there because whatever, it's like beating a dead horse, but I will say I do understand Phish to a certain degree of they create that tunnel effect where every song has the like upper to mid upper tempo songs that create when you're really stoned. So you can
sort of dance and zone out.
Yeah, when you get really stoned, it creates that tunnel effect of like, whoa. But other than that, there's nothing remotely interesting about their music, and it does all sound the same. I don't care if there's any backlash, or I will fight someone to the death. Every song sounds exactly the same.
Right, shut up, internet trolls.
But I decided to do this one. I'm going to come to it with an open mind because these are actual songs. It's like one of the few albums Phish did with like structured pop songs, where nothing is over 5 minutes except for one song. And yeah, I'm going to give it a chance.
If there's anything on here I like.
Because I recall...
Not on anybody.
I recall kind of enjoying this. Yeah, so...
Okay, so this is one you've had and you've heard many times before.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 times.
Okay.
So what... Do you guys have any contact with the Phish other than the stoners at the Broob?
Just my brother. He loved Phish. And he always was trying to tell me how much I loved Phish if I just listened to him. Then I would listen to it for a minute, and then it would be like, no, I don't like this. So here I am about to listen to something that I already actively don't like.
I think I heard listens to the podcast.
Oh, yeah?
We should give him a message. He's probably like high on acid listening to this.
Do the little nails do the little nails on that thing.
How's it going?
You bastard.
Haven't seen you in a while.
What's that called?
I'm in your head.
ASMR.
They're coming
for
you.
So, this is 1994. This is like their 100 millionth album.
Yeah, they put out one every like 6 weeks or so.
I think they started
because it's just the same song over and over again. What difference does it make?
I think they started in like late 80s, I guess, like 87, 88.
Bought them all. He has them all.
I don't know.
In CD and Laserdisc.
A couple times I've accused him of being a Phish fan. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Shut up.
That was the greatest impression I've ever heard.
He's...
Now do me.
Hey everybody, I'm Jason.
That was awesome, dude. Okay, do Chris.
No. Yeah, like, I mean, I'm gonna have to edit all this out, but is like the quintessential Phish fan. Even if he doesn't listen to him, he still is like everything that embodies every Phish fan.
He needs to wear a different shirt then.
And I will have to edit that. Like, I'm gonna have to keep editing out the name every time I mention. I'm gonna have to edit all of this.
Well, how will he know that you were talking about him for him?
Yeah, he won't care. He'll laugh.
All right. So, do we have anything else to say? So,
Fix Facebook Rub.
So my goal is to just come at this with...
I need to cleanse my palate. It's behind your monster. It's right behind.
With...
There.
come at this fairly. See, I did enjoy this and listen to it quite a bit.
You know what this reminds me of?
Decade and a half
patchouli and literally the lack of deodorant.
Yeah. So I'll just say, I'll get it out of the way. Can't stand Phish. Hate noodling music. And I hate music that has no textural variation in it.
Well, you said this one's a little different, right?
Yep. It's poppier and it goes somewhere. And it has,
so we might
it has an actual verse, chorus,
it's like it's not even a Phish album.
Right.
It's almost like they got a producer or somebody to say, this is how a music song is made.
Right after these messages, pretend like we have a sponsor. Pretend like do a commercial for Winking Owl.
Fix Vapor Rub. Does it hurt? Rub some Vapor Rub.
Winking Owl. When you don't live close to a
Does it smell funny?
a trader.
Rub some Vapor on it.
When you don't live close to a Trader Joe's. Winking Owl. Get your ass to an Aldi's. Post haste.
Won't stop bleeding? Rub some Vapor on it.
Won't stop chafing.
Rub some Vapor on it.
Won't
Dry
stop
skin?
itching.
Rub some Vapor on it. Rub some Vapor in it.
Yeah. Yep.
But if they would like to start sending us money, we will.
Oh,
We will
we are
product
really
placement
big fans of
the shit out
Vapo.
of that.
Make up some facts about.
Oh, I know a funny one. I got kind of a funny story, and nobody listens anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's very filling.
Okay, that's about all I got.
All right.
What do you got for Phish? You remember anything except the bar?
No,
and
not really.
being
No.
annoyed. Just being generally annoyed.
By the 20-minute songs.
Yeah, and the people who would cover it at the bar all the time.
Oh, the covers.
Remember,
Oh,
as soon as they started laying a rug out and putting those tubular
Well,
bells up on it.
Afraid we're going to have to go to a different bar tonight.
Michael.
Chris would be like, what's happening at the gallery tonight?
So this does feel a bit straw man-y, so I will refrain from typecasting Phish fans. People like what they like.
If anybody listens
Except
to
for
this,
Jimmy Buffett fans, they can rot in hell.
from my last statement,
Yeah, Kimber's parents.
from my last statement about the gallery, just want to add one thing. If anybody remembers the gallery, does anybody remember how funny it was how their top shelf was everybody else's well drink? It's like,
Nope.
I know, but I
McCormick's,
do remember all the massive hangovers I had.
McCormick's, that's
Jimmy
$3.50 a shot. Anything McCormick's, $3.50. It's on special. Thanks, cup. Cup chang. Cup chang.
And refrain from straw manning any Phish fans. They're not here to defend themselves. It would be nice if there was someone here. If Nathan had come, because he always says, I kind of like Phish. What are you talking about?
Says every fan. Like, I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
think he's
I might like this just fine.
He's a closet Phish fan. It's okay.
I think we're all closet Phish fans. Every fan of Phish is a closet Phish fan, right? Because they're bouncing around the room.
Hey, that's a song that they do.
Thanks.
You can name more,
I thought that was a Grateful Dead song.
like, offhand stuff that's not on this album. I can name the song.
Yeah, ain't nobody in the Grateful Dead bouncing anywhere.
They have a song.
I just
they
lost
have
the
a song
sound.
called "Round Room."
There. Wow, these are not high quality. Damn it.
They have
$4 doesn't do
"Waste,"
shit.
"Round Room." That's it. Okay, whatever. Here it is. It's Julius.
Tell Ziggy he won't like the monster. Just tell him he won't like it and he'll go away.
He's
There we
fine.
go. He got it.
Lyrics.
This sounds like Ani.
They went right into
Oh, shit, I forgot.
intro.
What year was this? 94?
94?
The same year as "Where the Dogs of Rammer."
Wow, no wonder I have no idea what this is. Bark.
Oh, wait, no.
All right, do we have anybody on lyrics? Oh, I don't have my phone.
Oh, yeah, that's what I had to get out of the way. Is Trey Anastasio is one of the worst lyricists in history. Like, there's no point.
Okay.
It's not even like good, because there's some train of thought gibberish that some people are just good at the subconscious thing where it's evoking like lyrical impressionism. His is just total bullshit.
Like Michael Stipe.
What's this song?
Best
It sounds
example I
like
can
a
think of
ripoff
that
of a
kind of
Van
style.
Halen song. Oddly.
Yeah, like at least
It's like a bluesy riff.
Like Dave Matthews is a super lazy lyricist. Half the time.
Like that Bruce Hornsby.
He's awesome.
I'm kidding. That worked perfectly.
Like Dave Matthews can write really good lyrics when he wants to.
Fucking Billy Joel.
A lot of the time he's just he's just emoting or he's just sort of emoting something along that kind of sounds like it fits in the thing when he's not bothered to write lyrics. But he does have a much better sense of melody, and that makes up for a lot of it. Like Trey Anastasio.
Everybody's tripping balls when they're listening to this, right? Yes. So it doesn't really matter.
It sounds like blues light.
They're going to make up whatever lyrics they think it is.
Horns? There's horns in a Phish album.
Like, this is not indicative of what they sound like at all, because everything they do...
It sounds like a cross between ZZ Top had a baby with Brian Setzer.
Yeah, because everything they do is like...
And it died? What are you trying to say?
It's just like...
It's just this song.
It's mostly piano-driven, because... It's just electric guitar, piano, drums, and bass, and they outside of this, they never deviate from that sound. You can tell they listen to a lot of Peter Frampton, but also a lot of Frank Zappa, but they took all the wrong lessons from Frank Zappa. So there's kind of that dry, silly sense of humor, but the difference is Frank Zappa was super smart and complex, and they're just taking the sort of goofy elements of Frank Zappa. Oh.
This is exactly what I expected. Wacky. They devolved right into saying the same thing over and over again immediately.
It's going to fade out soon, though, right?
In about 10 more minutes.
It's one of those things where everyone in the group thinks it's funny, but no one knows why.
Where it's nonsensical, but without a purpose.
Where it's like, everything comes across as an inside joke with Phish. And that's what drives me insane. I guess when you're super stoned...
Maybe then you feel like you're in on the joke.
It's like, we all get it, right? We
come on. Yeah, come on.
Oh man, this refrain has already taken way too long.
So I've smoked enough weed, so why is this so hard for me to get? That yes, weed is just
not
the
good.
common denominator is weed. When everyone's stoned, you're all uniting over the fact that you're stoned. So I don't know why I'm having such a hard time wrapping my head around.
Weed doesn't make you decide that bad music is good music.
But it
gives you a shared experience with somebody.
But
noodling and repetitiveness seems to be a theme.
No, but it really accentuates like repetition. Phish really specializes in just long form repetition and the tunnel effect, like I was talking about. So they're good.
I'm sorry, what do you specialize in?
I don't think I've ever been that stoned.
Here's Down with Disease. This is a pretty cool song.
Because see, here's the thing with that last song.
Sounds like Blues Traveler.
See, I like the intro, I like the beat, but that last song, it's like that final refrain went on for 2.5 minutes, and I was good at 30 seconds. Like, my autism starts kicking in when I hear it. It just becomes a loud noise that's assaulting me after a period of time. And I don't want to hear it anymore. It's like hearing the car door beep at me when the light's on. And I just want it to stop.
Sorry, I felt a little ashamed. This is the one Phish song I actually know some of the lyrics to. Weird.
What does his voice sound like to you?
Sleeping on my lawn.
I was just listening to this and going, who are they ripping off here?
It sounds just like Blues Traveler, circa 90.
Yeah, Blues Traveler, but there was somebody that was just striking me with the bass line was really just nailing me with
it's
I know behind.
Like they heard
nothing I can say to make
like a Primus song or something. They're like, I want to do a song like that, and that's where they started.
What the voices reminding me
Primus.
of. Just like the tone of voice that he has, it's just vaguely similar to something else.
This underlying melody and with the bass and the melody, the underlying part is very. I'm going Primus, something very like you totally stole this idea and it's just turned it into your.
Every time they get to a part where they should be going,
I would have sued them.
Like they should be rocking in that little refrain right there. And they go, like, the production goes way soft on it, right there.
Because you don't want to freak people out.
Like, they should be rocking right there, but they're not.
I think that would be a little too much excitement. They probably have a little...
Like, everything's on mute.
They probably have a meter in the recording studio. It's like, if it gets above 5,
too much energy!
We have to stop and start over.
Yeah, I always get the impression it's like... It's nothing like Jimmy Buffett, but it has the same effect of like...
Here's stuff I listen to while I'm up.
Kids music for adults, like Arrested Development music.
Yeah.
Where he sings a lot about like a lot of...
And this is like fun. It's not quite soft rock,
like
but it's...
things that are technically fun.
Yeah.
Where you just mention a lot of things when you're stoned. Time when I can finally say,
oh good,
this has all been wonderful, but now I'm on my way. Joke's on you, I'm a huge Phish fan. Tricked ya.
This is a nice little song. I have no objections.
Oh yeah.
Except if this part goes on for 3 more minutes, I'm going to be mad.
I'm really curious where this falls into the pantheon of Phish's 10,000 albums, where, like, how this is regarded with actual Phish fans, because...
Oh my god, but the repetitive shit, man, it just gets old so fast.
Because to me, this is by
you
far
said
the most
900
listenable...
times.
At least it's actually structured, and there's some texture to the layers to the instrumentation.
Sure.
And it's upbeat and fun, doesn't drag on forever and ever. So.
Do diehard Phish fans hate this album?
Oh, I don't know. I've never had a conversation about
If
Phish
I had
with
to
anyone.
guess, I would say this was their big grasp for more audience.
Yeah.
I don't know how many albums came before this, but this was their, like, wow, sales are stagnant. They're just stuck at this one number.
That's kind of the impression I got, was that this was kind of their push for a more commercial sound. Here's If I Could.
Okay, they stopped the refrain on that one before I started wanting to scream. Just for the record.
Not me.
Where's the...
So it's like a lullaby. They're harmonizing. Oh wait, that's what they do all the time. Even for them, this is filler.
Are we already into filler?
Oh, here's another observation. Everything they do sounds like someone trying out for a talent competition.
That's because the production value is so odd.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing being emphasized or de-emphasized. It's all one level.
I'm Rick McMahon, and this is Star Search.
And another thing is like...
I wanted to be on Star Search so bad.
Oh yeah, Alison Krauss.
But you have so much talent, you should have went on there.
Me and Susie Wanamaker, we were going to be on the dance
I
competition.
don't remember...
The problem was you should have went on there as an accountant.
It's...
Even then, I knew there was no money in piano playing.
1 minute book balancing.
I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up now.
Alison Krauss, one of the greatest country singers of all time. Why would she be on a Phish album?
She's really on this?
Yeah.
Where?
You missed her while you were talking. She's singing... She's the female backup.
No way. That's the same person. So she just had to be on the worst album ever. Hey, I'll be there.
This isn't Tapestry.
I'll be there as soon as I can get a ticket.
Oh, no. Damn it, I said I wasn't going to bitch the whole time.
Oh, you know what?
You're not allowed to. I think we will do plenty of that for you.
I'm
They're at
balancing
Sound
it out
Studios.
with positive things.
I'll bet you anything.
At which?
They're at Sound Studios. Remember that one that was closing down and Dave Grohl made a thing? You have the freaking soundtrack to it.
I know. Well, this isn't on it. I don't have my
No, I'll
phone.
bet you that's where they're recording it.
That's why I wanted to Google and see if that's true.
Oh.
But I don't have my phone.
Doesn't matter. There's something about the general mix of it that just sounds like old school 70s soundboard recording.
That could explain the production.
Oh, anyway, whatever. I'm gonna bitch. I hate Phish. Another thing that drives me insane is
Ground rules.
Whether
Ground rules.
Whether it's intended to or not, it's not pretension really, but it's like it's always this feeling that oozes through the music where it's like we're music purists. Like that's how everything they do comes across. Like, yeah,
this is how you should.
We're
do
music. like this. There's always this background like music reverence of, even though it sucks, you can tell they approach it that way. It's just they don't have any talent.
If I have to come up with a compliment,
it sounds
they
like
play their
Christian rock.
instruments better than I could.
This could easily be Christian rock.
Phish fans always say that, like, they're fucking amazing, these, like, instrumentalists. Who cares if you can't do anything with it?
Here.
Then cram it up your ass, you piece of shit.
You know scales.
Here's Riker's mailbox. Hey,
oh,
round
I
of applause.
already hate this song. What the hell am I listening to?
It's only 27 seconds.
Thank God. This sounds horrible.
They really, like, think they're the Beatles, don't they?
Oh, God.
No, it's to get your attention back because they put the stone guy
you fell
asleep.
You got stoned and fell asleep, Chris.
Yeah, it's to wake the stoner back up. Here's Axilla Part 2.
I
it's
honestly
funny
couldn't
because
listen to all of that 27 seconds.
It's funny because there's no Axilla Part 1.
Oh.
Get it? It's me.
I like the guitar.
Gonna vote for Bernie Sanders. Gonna eat a bunch of fucking ice cream.
Because, it's Phish. As soon as, I kind of,
You, Vermont.
That's the one thing you don't.
That's the thing you like.
That's. I was just gonna say, sorry. I was just gonna say, the one thing I like, that's the thing they don't do throughout the entire song. They can have women going, stop, 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 stop.
Bernie would probably bring Phish.
I don't understand your strange music, but I love the intensity.
I'll raise you one. I brought Phish with me. Trey, hit it.
I don't know what a fish is with a PH, but I definitely back their play.
Except when he's building
Club Nouveau.
I like that guy, and I hate Indiana, but Buttigieg is like, I like him.
Club Nouveau.
We're not supposed to talk about politics.
I don't care. It's not even politics. It doesn't matter. None of these people are going to be around.
Maybe that
by
song.
the time there's an election.
That song was okay. That
song was all right. It almost ended before I wanted to kill someone.
That's as much as they rock.
I tried to talk over as much as I could.
We are supposed to be talking over albums.
Freaky again.
I am talking over albums.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we did our job.
This thing on my wrist keeps getting bigger and bigger.
It's like the walls are melting. You guys ever done drugs before? Drugs. Guys want to snort
one of these
some
days I should try a drug.
He does. He has the same impression of everybody until
it's Randy Newman. Everything's Randy Newman.
It's like Bill Clinton. Hey, I'm a Bill Clinton.
Hey, would you guys like to try some super awesome Alabama liquid snake?
Hey, I'm a Bill Clinton.
You
know
like
we got in the
Phish.
Arkansas? We got the Razorbacks.
In Vermont, we got the Phish and we got the Sander Bernies.
I'm the Bernie Sanders.
We got the ice cream and the time chasers.
Hey.
Here's Lifebuoy.
Oh, is that about soap?
That last one was mostly just like it was somebody kind of grooving on a guitar while somebody else just randomly said words.
We got commercialed.
Okay, but seriously, this drug thing, I think I should try some sometime.
Jogging?
You know what?
That last song was a perfect.
I've gotten so far in my life without drugs.
Song.
I should try that sometime.
I'm just saying,
We should discuss the
maybe after I retire.
of jogging in place songs. That last song is a perfect jogging in place jam.
And yet, it would have been awful for running on a treadmill.
You just gave me the one of the greatest visions. When somebody was talking, remember when like a month ago Woodstock was having their anniversary? Somebody was showing, for whatever reason, the anniversary Woodstock back in the 90s or whatever, and there's some dude with like flaming lion blonde, curly locks of hair and a big bushy blonde
fucking commercial
thing. But he's jogging in place and swinging the scarf around, and he's not moving. He's not going anywhere, but he's having a blast, man, swinging that scarf around. That's what I think of when I think of Phish. He's having a blast. Nothing's happening, but he is hearing music in his head that nobody else is. Because everybody else around there is just sitting around eating hot dogs or whatever they're doing. And he is just having a blast.
Is this a commercial for, like, Summer's Eve or something?
Hey, but at least...
I'm sorry.
But there's like
filler bell.
There's like real...
Filler bell.
I like this song. At least it has a discernible melody, and it's only...
I can ring a filler bell.
6 minutes and 54 seconds.
6?
It's only 6 minutes. It's not quite a fumble around the dark.
I mean, it's pleasant. It's a little Art Garfunkel-y. It's funkly.
God never listens to what I say.
This isn't a dirge. No, it's not.
Yeah, so I was doing a lot of, not really research, just when I'm driving in the car, I'll switch to the Sirius XM Phish station.
This is like a commercial for Multimeal.
Just to make sure that I wasn't being super biased or, like, misinformed. Every time I switch it, it's like, nope, that's indiscernible from the rest of their fucking song. Which is why I kind of like this album, because nothing they do has this much variation. Or
Yeah, these do not all sound like the same
like,
song.
there's almost some soul to it. Almost.
It's like someone tried to write a thing.
Ooh, that is a... Soul is a really...
Almost.
Ooh.
Heart?
It's not just a vacant husk of a shell of a human being pretending that they have musical roots.
You know what it needs to have in the background? Stop, 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 stop.
I could understand if this was the beginning of a Yes song and then it went into
stop. Sorry, I wanted to carry on while I was going to be the background to your lyrics. So don't.
This song is still on.
They just occupy this horrible no man's land in music in between, like.
Yeah, let's talk about Billy Idol.
Like emotional authenticity of like real roots music, something comes from an actual struggle in life, and art rock, which is pushing boundaries and blowing people's minds. They just occupy this little boring space of, you can tell they really love music, they just don't know where to go with it. Mm-hmm. That's why I hate Phish, and I hate their fans, and I hate like Vermont.
Like you're saying,
hatred.
It's like there's a
hatred.
A lack of talent to do anything with it. I love music, but I'm not very good at it. I'm way more famous than I should be.
You should discuss that. What's the value of technical instrumental virtuosity? I understand if you're like, if it was just the piano guy playing some awesome piano thing, that's cool. If it's just one of them doing it, but like they come together and can't do anything with their virtuosity.
What you made me think of right off the bat was Prince, not Prince. The Police. Like you listen to their first album, and it was like they kept it real simple. Like it's like bang bang bang, almost a post-punk kind of thing going on, and then everything gets more intricate. Like they're going, okay, my fans can handle this now. I'm going to give you a little more, instead of just like. These guys got famous, and it's just kind of, we ain't got nothing else. This is what we got.
Just gonna say, this is a 7-minute song, folks.
I'm gonna go take a urine
bathroom break. Wine break.
I'm gonna have to keep editing myself in saying, this song is okay. I actually kind of enjoyed this album.
Nah. Nobody cares. You're supposed to bitch about it.
We need to loop that.
Oh, not only is it a long song, but there's a bunch of seconds at the end of just silence. You Phish.
Why can't I hear anybody?
Here's sample in a jarro.
As opposed to whiskey in a jar?
There we go. I just had to replug it in.
Is it a seamen sample?
I added the O. It probably is a seamen reference.
Oh, I love this song.
Put my sample in a jar.
This riff is
by
actually
sample,
literally
I
20
mean
other
my
songs.
semen. Put my semen in a jar.
I can't talk right now. I have to listen to this song. Shut up, everyone.
Oh, I do not remember this album being this boring.
Right. I feel like I'm not getting a proper ding on
I
this.
see that about every album we do. So.
Except George Michael's Faith, because it's the perfect
Whoops, I
album.
fell asleep and almost choked to death. Sorry. I'm back.
Everybody knows George Michael's Faith is the greatest
Bouncing
album.
around
Why didn't we do
the
George
room.
Michael? God damn it.
Cause I'm bouncing around the room.
Oh yeah, if there's Sirius XM channels, anything to go by, I think this song is the crowd pleaser.
Well, it's very energetic in comparison to the rest of their stuff.
You know what this reminds me of? The festival atmosphere. Like how people want to go to festivals all the time. And I'm just not a festival person. I have too keen a sense of smell to hang out with that many people in a hot environment all day. It's like, I don't care how hot you are, looks-wise, you smell like a trash can. Go put some deodorant on and wash that patchouli off.
Let me talk about something I do like. The Allman Brothers.
Oh, they're a noodly band. All right,
Yeah,
go.
I'm just gonna talk about them because that's something I do like, and it's in the same
I'm just
general
gonna talk
sphere.
about them while we listen to the rest of the
Except
Phish album.
Phish is a glorified
Christian rock.
like summer festival.
Yeah,
Summer festival side stage
it's like
group.
Strafer.
Here's the
They're
Wolfman's brother.
a step below Amy Grant, really.
Yeah, this is a cute song, the Wolfman's brother. But yeah,
Yeah, it's like a little funky.
the Allman Brothers, in my opinion, are the closest thing to a great American rock band in the vein of, Beatles, Stones, Who, Zeppelin, Floyd.
The Allman Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blues.
Okay, tell me a song they do, because I'm not... Okay, I'm
They're
going to
kind of
move
like
past
a mix
it.
between a southern rock and
Blues,
like
southern
the
rock
blues.
folk. They were Led Zeppelin without the balls in your face. Without really if you strip away the English folk and without the balls getting thrusted into your face. Anyway.
Okay.
It was like the thinking man's noodling.
Let's just go to that because I have nothing to say about the rest of this album.
All right, so
I
the Allman
bitched
Brothers.
enough about Phish.
Oh my.
Let's go into great.
Octopus is dead. Long live the octopus.
Let's compile our own little list here.
Octopus.
All right, I'll do my
He's bringing me legs from the octopus.
my top 5 greatest American bands of all time. In no particular order, mine would be Allman Brothers, The Byrds, Talking Heads, Parliament, and Funkadelic. Don't know where I'd go with number 5. REM. There you go. REM. That's my 5.
All right, my top 5 American bands are, in no particular order, Culture Club, The Beatles,
Is this the joke? Okay. I can't read the room.
and The Rolling Stones.
She's from California. She doesn't know what the difference is.
It's the East Coast.
I'm Gracie.
It's time for an
they're gonna end
enchanted
it.
evening walk.
Oh, I need to garbage those things. They smell terrible.
I'll take them.
Jesus Christ, I took my earphones off when the ears got hot. We went back and that's still the same song. Holy crap! I need a break.
You're getting a lot of your
Phish is the worst.
Phish
fucks. I mean sucks. But with a PH.
Yeah.
How do you spell that? But with a PH.
You lose any podcast points that you accumulate by removing the headphones.
Oh.
This is supposed to be a torture device. You can't just you're talking over our talking over album.
In his defense, this is still the same song.
But yeah, it's still the same
It
fucking
hasn't changed
song.
at all.
You
It's
can
the
say
same
that all
5
you want.
words and the same 2 chords.
When you tell me there's something I need to listen to, I'll come back in. But my ears need a break. It's hot in there, and I only want to do it when it's worth it.
Is Phish like a code word for molestation? I got fished.
I got fished.
Oh, fishing.
I got catfished.
You're
Oh, is there a coincidence
Scent
between
of
them
a mule.
retiring
What's
and
this thing called?
catfishing becoming a thing?
Scent of a mule.
Scent of a mule. That is so funny.
Smell that donkey's ass. Gonna take a pass.
Pass that grass. Ooh, damn it. If I'd planned this ahead, if I planned any of the podcast stuff ahead, I would have done real lyric, real Phish lyric, or fake Phish lyric. Just made up some bullshit.
Oh, that's good. We can record it next time and have it as an add-on.
Pre-fire beans.
You get
is
on my
that a
nerves.
lyric or is it a Phish lyric?
You know what's really funny? Bluegrass.
So hilarious. They're making fun of bluegrass. How nice for them.
Bluegrass is silly. It's done by a bunch of yokels who don't vote Democrat in the next election. Ice cream! Ice cream! Ice cream!
Are they from Vermont?
Yes.
Oh, I thought they were from Pennsylvania.
Is there a difference?
Well, it's still the same song.
There we go.
You piss me off. You fucking jerk. You get on my nerves.
Oh, this is so good.
We're going to take your laser beams
You know what's
away?
funny? Is if a mule had a laser beam.
Why does the mule have the laser beam?
Okay,
And why does he want to keep it?
All right. The biggest offender is that their music is so devoid of emotion. It just seems like they don't feel anything about anything.
It's like a whole...
It's kind of like they're from Vermont.
Nothing bad ever happens in Vermont.
It's all
Nothing
written by
good either.
It's all written and performed by sociopaths.
We have the world's second best maple
That's their
syrup.
genre. Sociopathic folk. Sociopholk.
Everybody knows the best maple syrup comes from Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, it's like the only emotion they ever hit on is just kind of like a...
Oh.
Like, what
Right,
emotion
they've done it
is
too
that?
long. I can't take it any longer.
That's fine. You can bow out if you want.
It's
No, it's just for the rest of the song.
Is there an adjective for that? Like, what emotion would that convey? Just sort of like a...
Turns out I don't give a shit about you.
Like,
it's like Howdy Doody from Vermont.
Here's Dogface Boy.
Okay.
I thought it was
I'm back.
Pennsylvania. Now I'm like,
After you smelled the
That-
donkey's ass.
My
now-
autism kicked in and I had to get away from that one for a minute.
tell me about it.
Oh, thank God, commercials.
Oh,
Commercial.
It's a commercial. Uh-oh, I hit a button.
Alright, one more. There's the new song. I wish they had a song
Nope,
called Kroger.
Still a commercial.
The music in this Kroger commercial is more emotionally deep and meaningful than...
And it has more more ups and downs, better production value.
How do you like Kroger's? I mean, it's there.
Dogface Boy.
Right? That's McDonald's. That's like Kroger's and McDonald's in a nutshell, right? Well, it's there.
There it is. Okay, we're on.
Hey, this is only 2:12, but the next song is 11 minutes.
No.
And I get it. It's all beating a dead
Oh,
horse.
this one's another sleepy time one.
Like what you like. This is just what I feel when I listen to Phish, which dredges up a lot of weird, complex emotions. They're not dredging up emotions from me. It's just it inspires that. It's like staring into the void, and then you're like, oh God. All of the void stirring up all of these feelings. And now here's 10 minutes. A song called Demand. Yeah, so the emotions that Phish hits on are kind of bored self-reflection, bemused noodling, if noodling can be an emotion, bemusement,
Yeah.
like they also tap into like the greeting, like the silly birthday greeting card thing, whatever that emotion is, like
Whimsical?
no, whimsy is still too like whimsy. Whimsy is more like a fairy jumping around in a forest. Whimsical with pointy shoes.
Right.
Whimsy is
Playful?
more for
Is it
psychedelic.
simple like that? Just playful?
Playful is too innocent.
If you got bells on your toes, you're whimsical.
Don't test me.
I mean, you want
There
some
we
of that?
go. We hit on it. Hold on.
We got some Italian sausage.
We just reached the end of my own personal dark side of the moon, which is... Oh,
Sorry.
and I lost it. Never mind. I had a deep realization about... it's a safe space. They create a safe space for stoners. It's technically music. It's technically music, and there's technically something going on. So they have this safe space where nothing gets too complex in any direction, but they do just enough to create the illusion of variance, where when you're really f***ing high, and you're like, oh, I don't want anything coming in too close into my f***ing vibrational space, man. And Phish just keeps a really good, just nice circle for...
It reminds me of getting high and falling asleep at a friend's house while they just continue to party on. And you're just like, every once in a while you wake up and go,
what the hell's happening
Nothing's
here?
happening.
I swear to God. All right,
I do not know what they're doing.
We're 2:38 and...
We're listening to Cars. We drove to another party or some shit.
I was just going to say...
Sure.
I'm enjoying watching Ziggy wander
This
around
is
the
ultimate
kitchen,
filler bell.
exploring
Ring your
the
own filler
smellscape
bell.
of the kitchen right now. Oh, I'm sorry.
This is like the king of all filler bells.
He's going to break the wine glass.
Please end. All right.
Okay, so...
I give it...
So Phish.
I have Phish context, so I understand how annoying everything else is. At least a lot of this is fairly concise and has some production value. I'll give it 6 samples out of 11 jars.
I'm going to give it all my semen.
And I would give...
Excellent.
Which is none.
Callback. Gross.
That's all I've got. I have none.
All right.
I'm going to give it like a 2.
Ziggy's what?
All right, 1.5 out of... I don't even want to say. It's just a 1.5.
It wasn't a 0.
It's a 1.5.
Damn it! Now I'm stoned.
I went for the joke, and I feel like I have to give it a proper rating.
Why am I? I'm hearing Rodney Dangerfield's voice coming out of Ziggy for some reason.
I buy that.
Even though
Cody sounded like Rosie Perez.
Who cares about this?
Even though, honestly, if anyone was going to voice Ziggy, it would be Robert Downey Jr. probably.
He's over there going, I get no respect.
Yeah, it would definitely
All I can hear
Robert
is
Downey
Downward
Jr.
Dog.
would definitely voice your dog. Except when he humps me, then it would be
this
like...
is not... He's been getting really good about not humping you.
Ooh, that smells funky.
It smells so good.
Alright, we gave our ratings. I'm done.
No, my rating is...
This is just noodly dumb shit.
Not
Skipping
terrible.
ahead.
This is
Hold
way
on,
better
watch.
than
I
Tapestry.
just skipped about 15 seconds ahead. Here's another minute ahead.
Faster.
Here's another minute ahead.
Thing.
Watch. Okay, here's when it starts. Here's 3 minutes. Here's 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Oh, I'm gonna have to subtract a bunch of points because they didn't avoid the Phish formula completely. This last song, they were like, "Oh, we just gotta do it. We just gotta fucking be repetitive."
I have to do something.
What I heard when you fast
forwarded
forwarded is that's the point where my like the thing in my brain the switch goes off and I'm like make it stop.
Yeah,
just make it stop.
Let me just do my last thing here and then we're done. This is at 3 minutes. This is at 4 minutes. This is at 5 minutes. This is at 7 minutes.
Oh, that's more annoying, but different. Oh,
this is at 8 minutes.
Oh, I hate it so much.
There was a car crash.
Now they're breaking things.
And then it goes into a little...
that would trip the shit out of you if you were high.
Dude.
If I hadn't stopped listening before 10 minutes before
if you hadn't stopped listening
Dude.
10 minutes ago.
It all comes back to the wolf. Is this a
And now it's Enya?
Dude, is this a concept album?
Yeah, this is what they always sing at the end of...
I think Ziggy might have pooped around here.
No. You don't do that. That's my Italian beef.
What the f***?
Get you some of mine. It's pork.
Whatever. Hey, alright, we did Phish. Thanks for listening,
We did
everybody.
it!
If anyone out there...
Congratulations on listening to Talking Over Albums number
What are you
51.
could just throw me a charity bone and give me a subscribe. Like and subscribe. Son of a...
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
I'm desperate for attention.
I'm coming for you.
Help a brother out, man. How come I... Make it stop!
Yeah.
Just make it stop!
If you got bells on your toes, you're whimsical.
This song is okay. I actually kind of enjoy the solo.
I see rabbits.